host this morning, and he is going to take us through Bodwajin meditation and some mindfulness meditation, maybe some of the benefits of these practices to help your mental health and overall well-being. It's another one of the strategies that you can use to cope with stress, anxiety, depression, and a multitude of other mental health indicators. So we have about 16 people now in the session with us. Thank you everyone for being here. Someone's not feeling well. Well, glad you're here. Thank you so much for spending time with us, and maybe we can practice some breathing together and maybe subside some of the issues that you're going through. Thank you for being here with us. We're sending good energy your way. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Brad, who is going to lead us through some Bodwajin. Thank you so much, Brad.
Thank you, Maria, and thank everybody for being here. Just to start off, I would like to take us through a guided meditation relatively quickly, just a few minutes, to build some context around what we're doing here today. And for me, this whole COVID thing has brought up, I miss that, like many people, that physical connection with people that I don't see now because of isolation and self-isolation and those kinds of things, so that we can be safe. You know, when you walk into the gatehouse, I know there are many people here that know the gatehouse. I've been into the gatehouse. You get this feeling of connection. And then there's a beautiful human being walking around offering hugs. Could be Maria, Paula, Stephanie, myself, Arthur, the volunteers that are there. That physical connection of a hug is so rejuvenating. And for me, that's something I feel that I'm missing. I would like to propose here that we can connect energetically in a very meaningful way without the physical connection, until that physical connection can come back and we can do that again. I would like to offer and invite you to try what we're going to do today and see if it brings back a little bit of that feeling of connection that we have. You see, I like to do these seminars and workshops in person because there's a resonance that we get from people, and that I can offer and that facilitators can offer, that you can feel in proximity. Today, we're going to open up that proximity, and we're going to do it right from where you are, whether you're in your basement like I am, in a room in your house, wherever it is you find yourself right now. So all we're going to need now is a space where, in your room, where you can open up your arms wide. When we get to the moving meditation and the mindfulness part of that segment. First, however, I'm going to guide you through guided meditation. So you just want to be in a place where you're comfortable, spine nice and straight, shoulders back, feet on the ground if you can, whatever connects you to the environment that you're in. And we're just going to take, right now, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. And we're going to exhale slowly. And on your next deep breath in, you're going to connect with your heart and feel it beating. And exhale slowly. So this pattern, whatever feels right to you to breathe in. Exhale slowly, connecting with the heart. You're going to feel it beating. As we breathe in, we're going to feel relaxation flowing through our body, from our head to our toes, from our toes to our fingertips, relaxing. As we breathe in and we breathe out. And on each breath in, we feel ourselves relaxing even more. our face relaxing, our forehead soft, our feet melting into the floor as relaxation moves up to our knees, waist, through our body, up to our head, out to our arms, fingertips, relaxing even more as we breathe. As relaxation runs through our body, we're going to focus on our heart, and we're going to imagine that on every beat of our heart, our energetic field expands around us. And our heart is sending out love, pushing out our field even more. Breathing in, exhaling as all tension in the body leaves. Maybe we have some pain in our joints, in our body. Trapped energy relaxes and releases through our breath. Breathing in, breathing out. You're doing great. That's it. Keep it up. Relaxing even more now as all the tension in our body relaxes and the heart field of our body expands and now might be pushing on the walls of the room, yearning to expand beyond our environment. And we realize that this energetic field of our heart doesn't have boundaries like walls, floors, ceilings, and it expands past our environment into the area, the neighborhood in which we live. As we breathe in deeply and expand out, this energetic field crosses the neighborhood, expands into the province. On each breath, moving in and expressing out your heart beating an energy that transcends your physical environment. You might want to think of it as you being a pebble that's dropped into a very calm body of water and is rippling out across your neighborhood, the province, the continent, the world. Breathing in, relaxing even more, feeling your toes up through your knees, fingertips, face relaxing, jaw relaxing, shoulders soft, forehead smooth. And this energy ripples out across the planet. Now your heart is expanding across the planet, sending love out into the planet as you breathe in and out. Breathing in, relaxing even more. That's it. And out. There's no boundary that your heart holds other than the one that we provide. In this safe space, we're letting it breathe freely across the planet. And as we take 3 more breaths in with this energy resonating, sending love across the planet, for anything receptive to the love that we offer, we're nourishing with our heart, our love. Breathing in and exhaling, relaxing even more now. That's it. Keep relaxing. Any blocks within our system, our minds, our bodies, is now releasing into the love that's flowing over the planet. And as we take our next breath in, I want you to start bringing that energy back into the room that you're in, into the body. and breathing. If your eyes are closed, just gently open them up. And breathe. Good. And as we bring ourselves back into the room, you can rub your face, your legs, feel into your body again, and bring your awareness back into the power that you have in your heart to expand the barriers that we call the physical world of walls. And I would like you to think about the boundary that you have around yourself, that normally the energetic field we have tends to be about arm length. If people come into that space, it has a very real effect on our body if they're not invited. If other people come into that space invited, it nourishes us. So we know that there's an invisible space that we are not defined by the lines that our body holds. We can feel it very physically and real if it's invaded that space. We're pushing that space out. So keeping that in mind, that we have the power to expand our field of love beyond where we are. And we can send that to people that we wish or hope could be in our experience in a physical way, which we're separated from now. Keep those in mind as we move through this few movements of Bhagavad, the moving mindfulness meditation that we're going to engage in. And we're going to imagine that we're sending our love, our energy to people that we have not been able to see maybe for a long time. And you might even consider, if it feels right to you, to be sending that energy to people that have left this physical plane that you might miss. And the idea here is that in this way, to give and receive is actually the same thing. So that when we're offering love and connection, we're actually feeling it and growing it within our heart. So we're going to choose somebody in your experience. Could be anybody that you haven't seen, that you miss, and keep that person or those people, that family, whoever it is, in mind as we follow through this moving meditation. So we're going to stand up now and get into a place where you can open your arms up nice and wide. We're going to unlock the knees, bring our feet together, and bow. If for any reason you're unable to stand and do this, you can do these movements from a seated position and or watch and send your intention outward. Okay, we're going to begin. We have people in our lives that we haven't been able to see. Could be one person, could be a family, and we're going to expand our heart out to them. So stay where you are. Just a little commentary on those movements. When you're pushing up, you want to imagine that you're sending your energy into the universe so that it can start to fill the universe, keeping somebody in mind, and you're pushing it out. When you're doing the side to side, you're connecting to the planet and you're connecting to the universe or heaven, whatever you want to call it, and you're creating that connection through your body. And then the same on the other side. You're being the receptive connection to that energy and you're sending it out through the heavens and through the earth. Okay. Now the next movement. And then on this reset movement, you're collecting it all back up to bring it in and send it out again. So the next movement, we're going to bend our knees even a little bit more, whatever feels comfortable to you. And we're going to send target our energy that way, like we're shooting a bow and arrow. And then we relax and follow our finger back. And then the other side. Now we're going to close our hands into a nice tight fist. Bring them to our side. And we're going to send that energy directly out to those people. We're going to imagine that life is coming off love is coming off the end of your fist. And you're sending it directly to the people and person that you want. And then we're grabbing and pulling it back in. Okay, so we're going to do that series of movements one more time. And I would invite you to really, now you have a person or people in mind. I want you to get a really good image of the feelings you get when that you hug that person or when you see that person after a long time, what it felt like the last time that person was in your presence, and grab those feelings and we're going to send them out. So now just follow along, keeping in mind that hug you need, that reassurance you need, that love you need to offer. And let's close that space of time and energy, bring that energy together as if you were hugging them and really in their presence in close proximity. So let's send that energy out. So we're gonna do it all, those movements in a series now. just going to have a seat and breathe, feeling into your heart center. And I would invite you to think about how you feel right now. What are some of the feelings you're having running through your body? What are there any blocks that are there still? Are there new blocks that you found as a result of doing that? And just put attention on that. See, here's the thing with energy like this. It's when we hug somebody, we feel an instant feeling of love. We'll call it love. When we do this kind of work, we need to train our minds to think about how it's received and given differently. For example, when I do this exercise as meditation, and I'm thinking about somebody, it's shocking, not so much anymore because I'm starting to get used to it, how that person comes out of the woodwork, then calls, emails, says, "Oh, I was just thinking about you. What's going on? How are you doing?" We certain signs we'll see along the way. Memories might surface, good memories might surface of people that you missed that have passed on. It's like, oh, I forgot about that. That was such a healing and joyful memory. So we want to look for signs like that. And when we're see this door that is closed in terms of COVID and isolating ourselves, it's an opportunity to open another energetic door that we will be able to use now, but it will complement when we're able to see each other again. Does that make sense? So I want you to think about, it's like you consider yourself a radio or a television. Those signals are always there, but we have to be tuned into the right channel. We have to turn it on first of all, and we can't do that if there's a lot of noise happening in our experience, negative emotions, lower level emotions that are consuming our attention. See, where attention goes, energy flows. If we're paying attention to the love we want to extend, it will be received on some level. And then we patiently wait and read the signs along the way that show us that our extending love is actually being received in the world. Where attention goes, energy flows. Another way of saying that is what you focus on expands. You have so much love and energy in your being, in your heart, that yearning to be expressed. And if you're like me, it feels closed off in a lot of avenues right now. So we need to trust that in our mindfulness, that we can direct that attention and close the gap between space and proximity energetically. Maria, would you like to offer anything? We're almost through with our practice.
Thank you so much, Brad. Yeah, definitely. The notion of what you focus on expands has been a theme definitely in my life over the past 30 days, actively practicing awareness and attention to what am I giving attention to. So I really resonate with that. Thank you so much for demonstrating the meditation and leading us through that guided meditation. It was an opportunity for me to also breathe and relax a little bit. It's been a very long, exciting week, but also very again, focused attention, right? 14 webinars in 1 week. That's a very huge accomplishment for the Gatehouse. And I'm very proud of the team that we have here. And again, thank you, Brad, for being part of this event again this year. I have a comment here. Um, oh, beautiful. People are sharing their feelings in the chat. Thank you so much for doing that, everyone. And Avdeep is here as well. And as she mentioned, love the idea of resonance across space in order to connect with one another, especially amidst this time. Thank you, Avdeep. And thank you everyone for feeling or sharing your feelings in the comments. And someone's going to maybe include this in their routine. So another gift has been given to the universe, Brad. Thank you so much. I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Maria. And this is something made, like we have so much great equipment, like iPhones, set an alarm once an hour and just think of somebody with loving thoughts. It will do wonders to interrupt some of the busy, we all have our busy schedules. Maria has been unbelievable this week in facilitating all of these webinars, but we can take 5 minutes, breathe, connect to your heart, and send loving energy out to somebody, and then wait for it to come back. You'll be surprised when you widen your receptivity, how that comes back in miraculous ways, like amazing ways. It may not be directly from a person that you sent that energy to right away, although I believe it's always received when you think lovingly toward people, but that energy may circle around in another way. But it will always feel good to send loving feelings out, to pay attention to your heart, to what you want to do. We all want to love and feel love. It's an excellent opportunity for you to take control over your day. You wake up, the feet hit the ground, you say thank you for however you're feeling, and send love out in some way. It will keep returning. Increasing returns will happen for you.
Thank you for sharing, Brad. More comments coming in, lots of gratitude, which is great. People are feeling relaxed and feeling wonderful. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you, Brad. That's beautiful. I love messages of gratitude. Again, spread those. We need more in the world. Yes, beautiful words from one of the attendees, Brad, for you. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful. I'm just checking social media. I don't see any questions on here. One of our facilitators, the lovely Catherine Morningstar, was commenting on the video as well. She was watching us live. Hey, Catherine. And hello to everyone out there on social media watching these broadcasts. Please feel free to share all of these videos. They are publicly available on our YouTube channel as well. If for any reason Facebook doesn't allow sharing, but it should be shareable. It's on our YouTube channel at Gatehouse The. So it's in reverse. If you type in Gatehouse Toronto, you should be able to find us real quick on YouTube as well. And again, the Gatehouse is a charity. We do not receive core government funding. If you could make a donation to the Gatehouse, you can go on our website, thegatehouse.org, and click donate, and you should be able to do that pretty quickly there. Brad, did you want to end off the session today? There will be a little survey at the end of this. For most people who've attended multiple sessions, they'll know right after. There's usually a survey that pops up, and we do take your feedback and apply it. We are already generating ideas for next year. Such great conversations have come out of this year's conference. Despite being in isolation and being in lockdown in Toronto, we are extending beyond the borders of the city, beyond the borders of our province. We have people now attending our programs from other provinces in Canada and are collaborating with some really wonderful agencies doing the work on the ground. So I want to say thank you again to everyone who was here today. I'm going to give it back to Brad for some final words and we'll close off the session. And then for anybody else who's interested, we're going to be doing yoga at 2:00 with Nicola. Thanks, Brad.
And yeah, stick around for yoga with Nicola. It's another way to open the heart and release tension. I would just say that if you can offer anything to the Gatehouse, it's a beautiful way to extend love, understanding that this is a difficult time for many people, but you can send love to the Gatehouse and it will be received. silently in your meditation. And the gatehouse does so much fantastic healing work. Send a bit of loving energy that way in whatever way you're able. And thank you for being here. Thank you for returning the love through your comments that was extended today. Have the best day of your life.